Hey, bump it down. This I paid a lot of money for this music. Do we like it? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, licensing, it's ours. Welcome to Morning Mics on this beautiful Wednesday. It's Hump Day. The Morning Mics are busy today. We have so much to connect on here. It's brimming out of me. I didn't even sleep. I was so excited, but I slept. I go to bed early, much earlier than most people. I go to bed at I like to see a 9. Anyway, it's Morning Mike's brought to you by Venbrook Insurance, our great friends over there. We love them. Boldly go forward, and we will boldly go forward now. Some great news. We're expecting Turtleboy to hop in the waiting room here any second now. Some news out of Boston and the Karen Reed fallout. There's always something. It has to do with a couple things. Somebody who might be retiring from the Boston police, who should retire from the Boston police. And someone else stepping down who should step down. So we'll go to Turtleboy on that in a second. Let's whip it around the horn here. Good morning, babe. Hey, Nosy Rosie. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Lisa, wherever you are on the high seas on your cruise with your husband. You have totally forgotten about us, and you will be disciplined, I'm afraid. We have to, in a family, when one of the flock goes errant, we have to apply some sort of discipline here, Lisa. I love that you're sipping a pina colada and you're on the Lido deck with your husband and the whole thing, but you have a job, and that is to put an upside-down pineapple outside your door on that cruise ship and test the theory if that is a call sign to swingers. We'll see what happens. The Bushman is getting a big shout-out from Utah here. Sarah Paul, love you, Sarah. You remember I told you I had a home for 15 years in Park City, Utah. Boy, do I love it up there. My great friend Scott Wolf still lives there. We love Scott. He's a beautiful guy. We love Scott. He's a great guy. And great friend Jeff Kimball is up there. I miss all my friends in Park City. Used to have the best touch football games there. Good morning from Utah. Good morning from, let's whip it around, Steve. Let's take a look at, where are we here? Let's take a look. It's true. I'm going to have to eat some crow. Sorry, Turtle D. If what's true, Steve, let's focus in on some nice little hellos from people. Let's not start in the middle of conversation somewhere. Hey there, Billy. Hi, Carly Collette. Okay, let's try good morning from Space Coast, Florida. There we go. I don't know what that is, but boy, I got to put that on my bucket list. I got to get to Space Coast, Florida. Pennsylvania, very powerful state, very decisive in United States elections. That is true. Good morning, Billy from Alabama. Hey there. Love me some Bama. Whitestone, Queens, New York. Ursula rolling around Whitestone. I bet you're the only Ursula in Whitestone, Queens. Good morning from Orlando, Florida. We love Orlando. If you love the golf, all the professional golfers live there. Hey, from Regina, Saskatchewan. Love that. Saskatchewan. But that's a great, who lives in Saskatchewan that I know? I think was it Carissa Thompson? Does she live there? Saskatchewan? Might also be my friend Jarrett Stoll, who's married, the hockey player married to Erin Andrews. I think Stoley might be from there. Tullahoma, Tennessee is in the house. Wow, where's Tullahoma, Tennessee? I'm going to have to look that one up later on. Okay. Turtleboy coming in just a minute with some news. Hello from Colorado. How you doing? And speaking of around the horn, as we have done, I don't want to start with Britney Spears because I do want to get there, but I'm really, really disturbed there. We'll get to her in a second. But
Billy, how about while we're waiting for Total, let's talk Post Malone because
let's get to Post Malone. We talked about. I think it's a good place to begin. It's nice and light, and frankly, a joyous image. I talked about it the other day that Will Arnett and I were sitting and talking and having a little lunch. Oops, I dropped the name. Hold on. Will and I are talking about underwear, men's underwear. And Will says to me, I only wear Bjorn Borg boxer briefs. I said, wow. And he pulls up his shirt and down his belt and he shows me the band and it says Bjorn Borg. And I say, wow, Will, he says, I'm telling you, you got to order several packs of these. So I do. And they're a beautiful ride. The problem is they wear away in the crotch area a little too easily if you're a large thighed man, right? I can't wear, at a certain age, I can't wear the loose boxers because I got powerful thighs. They touch. The Bushman does not have thigh gap, okay? So they just wear away too easily. And then I stole a set of boxers. I told you this yesterday, I think, out of my friend's locker because I needed a set at the golf club. And they're like the most comfortable underwear ever. I can't believe it. They're so great. And I look at the label, Skims. Kim Kardashian over Bjorn Borg in men's underwear? What? I can't do this out of principle. I can't. And yet I can't take them off. All right. The new spokesmodel for Skims, undies, and T-shirts, undergarments, Post Malone. Look at him up on horseback. What a stud. And there it is. By the way, does anyone catch it's not that subtle that he's holding wood while modeling? My husband loves Skims. Okay, Hannah, this is a secret that's coming out. So I just texted, literally 20 minutes ago, I texted Kim Kardashian's business partner, her private equity business partner, this great dude named Jay Sammons, who I've met with before. And I said, hey, it's been a while. Hot Mics is up and running. I'd like Skims to sponsor Hot Mics. So we'll see what happens. I'm reaching out. I mean, I sort of feel like in this world, in this chapter of my life, the sponsorships should all be things that I really totally believe in, right? Like fat burning diet pills. Try these on Hot Mics. How desperate for money are we? Well, we're desperate. But I'm not going to do something that's a lie. You know what I mean? Or I don't believe in. I can't do that. Like I said, oh my God, Lisa. It is funny. And by the way, it's appropriate. It's actually happening. He's holding wood. Did we see the other picture of, Posty is, look at this. Oh, we saw that. Well, then there's one Steve. There we go. God, that's a lot of tattooage. That's way too much for me. Yeah. What are you doing? Take him off the face. If he started tattoo removal now, how long would that take? Billy, Posty and Skims. Yeah, it is sweet. Billy, try a good women's razor. My ex-husband would always sneak my razor. I found out later when he was bragging to his friends. Ooh, I don't know. I've been using the same Mach 3, Gillette Mach 3 for years. And Steve, let's reach out to them too. I can't change. Razor technology is one of those things where they're like, oh, the new patented 4-blade shifter. They're always trying to think of the next thing. A razor's a razor. There's just, oh, wow. His nips look weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get a set of these Skims underwear. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send a set to Turtleboy. I think Turtleboy, the way he moves around. What underwear do you have the same underwear? Do you have a bunch of different boxer briefs that you keep in the drawer, or do you have loyalty to a specific brand?
I don't do boxer briefs. I've always been a boxer guy. I never went full boxer briefs, but
really?
Yeah, I mean, I like just anything comfortable. Hanes is a solid brand.
Do you remember those old Hanes commercials where they had like Madge from Hanes or something? She goes, they don't say Hanes until I say they say Hanes. And she was the inspector of the band.
I don't remember that one.
You're too young. I think you might be too young.
I don't know.
Am I older than you, Turtleboy? Am I older?
I'm 50. I'm 43.
Shit, so, I'm 10 years older than you?
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's just a number.
Yeah.
Turtleboy, so we follow, of course, and he put out yesterday that there's a report from two different people that you tell us. Kelly Devers.
Yeah, I'm hearing reports from very credible sources within the Boston Police Department that yesterday at 1:00, Kelly Dever walked into the Jamaica Plain district where I guess she works out of with her badge and her gun, handed him over and quit. So that's not normally the way. What the hell? That people quit, but that was apparently what she did yesterday. And like I said, I wouldn't have reported something like that if I wasn't pretty confident in it. A lot of people, because I knew that was going to be a big story if she resigned. So, but I spoke to people in the Boston Police Department who were able to confirm it for me, and so I think you'll be likely hearing about it from other media shortly.
Yeah, Kelly Dever right there. Now, remember, she's the, for those who don't recall, she was working in the Canton Police Department. And when they brought Karen Reed's Lexus into Sallyport for investigation, she was the one who watched. She was monitoring and didn't she recall her report that
yeah,
Michael-
she's the one that said that she was working that morning and was supposed to leave at 7, but then got held on because of obviously John O'Keefe's body being found. So they made everybody stay. And that she later told 2 FBI agents who questioned her that she saw Brian Higgins and Ken Berkowitz, the former police chief, alone in the Sallyport garage with Karen Reed's car, and that she thought that this was odd. And that they were there for a wildly long period of time. Her words, not mine.
And in the second trial, didn't she revoke saying that? She's like, "Oh no, I didn't say it, or I didn't mean it that way, or she pulled testimony."
Yeah, so this was in the TUI report by the FBI, which was given to the defense in February of 24. They read that and they're like, "Oh, well, this is great news. I mean, this is going to be a great witness for us, right?" So they go to her and they question her about it, and she says, "Actually, that didn't happen. I had a false memory of it, and so they realized, okay, this is going to be a bad witness." So they didn't call her in the first trial. And then they thought about it in the second trial. They're like, you know what? Let's put her on the stand because she's going to show everything that is wrong with, look the other way, protect, don't rat on each other. You don't rat on the other, police officers. You don't snitch on them. It's no one. Basically, the jury's gonna believe her first story and not her second story. Her first story is that she saw Ken Berkowitz and Brian Higgins alone in the Sallyport garage where they weren't supposed to be, around Karen Reed's car. The second story is that she had a false memory, and just that whole thing was just an imagination in her head that she told the FBI. I believe the first story.
So we got to get a hold of her, because remember, now then she gets an upgrade. She gets pulled out of the Canton PD. She gets upgraded to the Boston PD, and she gets an extra $50,000 or $60,000 raise. All of a sudden, like, what great job was she doing that warranted a 50% raise?
I don't know. It certainly wasn't testifying. Not a good skill of hers.
But a terrible witness.
Yeah, I mean, in mid-July, Alan Jackson wrote a letter to the Boston Police Commissioner and the Post Commission asking that she be put on the Brady list for problematic officers because her testimony can't be trusted. I mean, she literally testified that she has a false memory. She can't ever testify in court again. Like,
either she lied or she has a mental incapacity that would make her an unreliable witness. So good for Alan, by the way. Alan Jackson circles back. The whole thing's over. He secures the freedom for Karen Reed. And he's like, yeah, there's a couple things I want to just circle back on here. Like, you may think I've moved on to my new case in Malibu, but just while we're here, let's go back to this. And he reaches out to the Boston Police Commissioner and says, that woman better be on the Brady list. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. And apparently, Michael Cox, the commissioner, has since publicly denied that she even came up. She said he did admit that there was some sort of meeting between the two of them, but he said he had no idea she was a witness in the Karen Reed trial. They didn't talk about Karen Reed, and that he regularly just brings up officers for pep talks to his office and tells him, you're doing a great job. And like I talked to former Boston police officer yesterday, who was involved in the Boston Marathon bombing rescue and several other. She's been kind of in the news. Is like she saved a couple lives. Like she's like, I've never once been called up to the commissioner's office, never. So and it's like, so that's not a thing that happens. You don't just get called up to the commissioner's office for a pep talk, especially when you're some nobody like Kelly Deaver. And so she must have seen what was happening here. Like, I lied for these people. They are throwing me under the bus because I did such a bad job of it, and I'm such a bad look for them. They've abandoned me. So it's just ironic that she thought that by lying that she could keep her job, but it really only led to her being forced to resign from her job because she realized nobody had her back.
She was so disrespectful. She had so much disdain up there on the stand for Ellen and for Karen, and she's just so rude. I couldn't decide if it was just a nastiness or just like a deep insecurity that like came out in a bad way, and she has tons of regrets, and maybe she goes away and finds a new life doing something else, and which, and gets to start over. I don't, at this point, if she's, leaving the post and finds a new life, so be it. Let her. Someone just posted a kitty cat in the chat, said that she bought a big old new house. I mean, I don't know.
Did she? I'd have to look up property records. But
what about the Brady list? I mean, I wonder, is she on it?
Not yet, not to my knowledge. So again, I think Alan just kind of wanted that out there publicly, that he was asking them to do it, and then their move next if they want to do the right thing. Because she like I said, she had no future in the Boston Police Department. This is going to be what defines her for the rest of her life. And it's just so ironic because she got up there and she said that I'm doing this, because she said my job depends on what I say up here today. And that's the only true thing she said, because what she said was not convincing enough to anyone. Like, no people, even on the other side, they're not convinced by her. I mean, she told the FBI that she saw these two people next to a car. I mean, how does that thought just get into your head? And then she said that somebody told her that she changed her story when she was confronted with evidence that she had left that day at 3:45 and Karen's car did not arrive until 5:30. So it couldn't have been them. Right. But my question for that is, who confronted her with evidence that she left at 3:45? Where is this evidence? And, what, can we see it? Like, can you show us this? Like, can we see your time stamp? Like, how do we know that you left at 3? How do we know that somebody just didn't come up to you and said, you need to tell them you left at 3:45 that day? I think that to me makes a lot more sense than her suddenly remembering that this whole story never happened.
We need to get a hold of her. Who plays her in the movie? I always want to know who Kelly Dever has got. I think it's Anna Kendrick.
Ooh, that'd be a nice one. I mean, it's
nice.
Kelly Dever's young, and she's in
Sydney Sweeney. Who said this person? Sydney Sweeney to play? We're not. You can't deliver Kelly Dever a compliment of that height. After what she's done. Oh yeah, and Turtleboy, you're going to be played by Brad Pitt. Is that okay?
I would allow that. I would
allow that.
We've
reviewed, and it's gonna be okay. So I just quickly looked up here. Yeah, I mean, she's on the Brady list in Canton, the Canton Police Department Brady list. She's on it. Boston, not officially listed yet. I didn't know they have separate Brady lists for each jurisdiction. Okay. I thought there would be one.
Yeah, I thought there was one too, but I could be wrong.
Other news is Norfolk County DA, the disastrous district attorney, Michael Morrissey. There's a report this morning that he will not be running for re-election, that his wife doesn't want him to. He's 71 years old. He's served as the Norfolk County DA for 14 years. He's currently about 4% popular. He looks like he's about 4% artery functional.
Yeah, I was going to say
he needs to definitely not run, and he needs to go get his heart scanned and his arteries unplugged. He looks he looks like he's been bobbing for shrimp in hot oil. Not good.
Yeah, I was going to say 96% body fat, maybe. That's the only 96% he's got. That is not good, man.
He doesn't look well. I think Mrs. Morrissey knows that. And by the way, he has no chance. If you announced right now that you were going to run for Norfolk County, you would destroy everyone in the field. And this guy,
I hesitate to say that
people like a
that he's
star.
done. Like there's no killing people in politics. Like look who's running for mayor of New York City right now. I mean, they're probably not going to win, but Andrew Cuomo and Eric Adams, right? And you know, a year or two ago, you would say both those guys' political careers are over. I mean, Eric Adams was indicted. He's still under indictment.
There's something about mayors, though. The mayor can get away with Turtleboy. Do you remember? You may be too young, and I hate to say that, but the mayor of Washington, D.C. was for many years in the 90s was
Marion Barry. Oh yeah. I know Marion. I know my history.
Crackhead. He was a crackhead.
He was a crackhead, yeah.
He got caught with crack and hookers and all kinds of things, and then he went away and he came back and he won again.
Yeah, you can absolutely come back, and it happens all the time in politics because these guys.
Chicago, I mean, they got, the mayor of Chicago is like, that's an official mafia seat.
Yeah, I mean, these people, they don't know what else to do. So it's the only thing they know how to do is politics. It's been his entire life, but he's also 71 years old. Like he probably has enough savings to retire and a pension. Like the only reason for him to stay, keep running is because he's addicted to power. Like that's the only reason. And he could win again because he has more money than everyone else. He's the incumbent. He has the establishment, and the vote could be split. Like if there's 3 other Democrats that run against him in a primary, right, and they all split the anti-Morrissey vote, I mean, he could get elected with 40%. That could easily happen. So hopefully they kind of unite around one candidate to run against him, and that candidate raises the most amount of money. And because money wins elections, you need that to get your word out there. And because I'm not convinced that I've talked to his wife before. I've talked to his son. I actually had him on my show. I got to play this clip sometime. Back in 2023 sometime, I was given a number that I was told was Morrissey's. And so I called it live on the show, and his wife answered. It was 11 o'clock at night. And I says, Mike Morrissey home? And she's like, he's not home right now. I'm like, he's not home at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday? I go, what, is he out drinking? And she got mad at me and hung up. And then I called another number that I was told was his, and I got his son. And his son and I spoke for about 5 or 10 minutes. It was the awkwardest conversation you've ever heard in your life.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. I can't see him. I mean, I could see him not running, but I can also see him running again. So we'll see what happens.
Oh my God. Turtleboy, it's always a tremendous pleasure, man. I really, I love it. I got you there, but the blue curtain, it's as famous as Johnny Carson's, again, you may be too young to remember Johnny Carson.
I know Johnny Carson.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for having me, Billy.
All right. Kelly Dever will be, let's look for more confirmation today, but 2 good sources there from Turtleboy that Kelly Dever is stepping down and retiring from the Boston Police Department. I say walk away before they tell you to walk away. She's poison. And I think, by the way, in fairness to her, she was set up. She was set up by them. She's a young person, and she, there's a lot. It's like Monica Lewinsky, you know what I mean? Like blame it on the 22-year-old girl. Give me a break. There's a lot of Michael Morrisseys and Commissioner Cox and, Buchanan and Proctor and all these different older gentlemen who are supposed to be setting a nice tone of leadership, and they should have not put her in that position, right? We say that in her defense as she goes away and becomes a real estate agent. All right, switching to so many people here. Switching to Blake Lively. Look at this. We just got another pop-up. When Elsie isn't everything great when Elsie pops up? Elsie, my lovely.
Stop meeting like this.
Hey, I love you so much. I was just watching some of your Instagram posts, and the amazing thing is, it seems to me Blake Lively's bots are on fuego right now. I mean, they're coming. They've got headlines coming out of Elle Magazine and E! News and Variety and everything saying Isabel Ferrer accuses Justin Baldoni of bullying, and then they don't go any further and explain. Of course, it's a juicy headline,
Exactly.
But I think Blake's machine is really working overtime right now.
Oh yeah, and now they're starting to report my content as branded. So
what does that mean? I saw you post that yesterday. If your content is reported to Instagram or Meta as branded, it means it has to come down. You say you don't monetize.
So they will like, I don't monetize on Instagram. I have no monetization there, so I don't have an issue there. But on TikTok, whenever somebody reports, and I mean, I deal with it every day. They always report my stuff for bullying, for harassing, for violating some type of community guidelines. And then, TikTok will do the investigation and find out I didn't bully anybody in the video. Then they're like, we apologize. You're free to go, pretty much. Or they will hold my content hostage until I appeal. That's what happens typically, is they will like demonetize my video till I appeal. I explain to them why it's not what people are saying it is, and then they will let it go. And there's been instances where they're like, even after our investigation, we still found people were right and you were bullying, and they've thrown my video in the trash. But yesterday, the one day they said branded. Well, I'm not selling you anything. I didn't advertise anything. And they said branded because they think I'm being paid to talk about the case. And I was like, it's not. And I gave them explanation.
This is Blake Lively's obsession. Her obsession is that there's no way people are doing this on their own. I'm Serena.
Ridiculous.
I'm Gossip Girl. Like, I'm really popular and people love me. There's no way that the public would ever do this on their own. This is coming from a nefarious source. It's coming from Justin's lawyers, and they're paying people like Elsie to do this because otherwise she would love me.
And I hope she hears me when I say this. Blake Lively is my favorite hobby. I live for her. She is my favorite hobby. Blake Lively is my favorite pastime. This is from doing this for free. Nobody is paying me. No
Elsie,
check has cleared.
Does Blake ever come into your dreams at night? Do you have Blake Lively dreams? I bet you do.
I haven't dreamt of her yet, and I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I'm not that passionate. I need to step up my passion.
She never makes, like, you never have a dream where you walk into a store or something and she's at the checkout counter?
I wish. It hasn't gotten there yet. When it does, I'll let you know, though. When it does, I'll text Steve.
That means you have a healthy balance in your life.
That's the thing. Like, I don't take a lot of things. So I always tell my husband, I feel like I don't dream a lot. Like, I don't remember them. But like, I don't take things. When I'm done with it, I'm done with it. Like, I don't internalize things a lot unless like I'm obsessing over something, which I guess I haven't gotten to the obsession part of this yet.
So the latest news was that, Isabel Ferrer's lawyers made a stink that Justin Baldoni was harassing her and intimidating her by subpoenaing her, which of course they wanted to do because he knows he's had nothing but beautiful interactions with her. She sent incredible texts after filming Wrapped on It Ends With Us saying, "You're the most wonderful man. You created a safe space." I mean, effusive love and laudatory praise for her director, Justin Baldoni. So he's like, no. We're going to subpoena this. This is coming out. He says, the fact that you sent us 5 subpoenas means you intimidated and harassed us. Why didn't you just answer them? You answered Blake's subpoena when she subpoenaed you back in the beginning, right off the bat. Your lawyer was like, okay.
Yeah, hopped right on it.
Here, Blake.
Yeah. The crazy part about that is the text message was one of those things in the beginning everybody saw and was like, nobody sends that text message. Nobody used the word "so" 5 times or 3 times or 4 times to make a point. Like, I had such a good experience. It was so good, best experience of my life. And the thing that pissed me off the most about her lawyer's 23-page ridiculous hack job of a response that didn't need to be 23 pages just to tell me you don't want to get a subpoena was the part where he tried to lay the foundation for people to think she didn't send that text message because she had a great experience. She sent that text message because it was her first time working on a film, and that's just how you appease a director. I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah, this is a formality. It's just
yeah, it was just by the way. She did that to make sure she gets future jobs.
Hollywood phoniness to her first foray into Hollywood phoniness. Like,
And that's, and I know that her lawyer doesn't know anything about Isabella or the case or the movie, because if he knew that, he would have known during the filming of the movie. And how people come on set and they interview the cast while the thing is in production to ask how everything is going, kind of like B-roll, behind the scenes stuff. And they asked Isabella specifically, pretty much the text she sent Justin, somebody had preemptively asked her that on the set. And if you don't mind, I have a minute enough that I can read you her response.
Yeah.
So the interviewer asked her, they asked her a couple of questions, but the first one they asked her, what is the most rewarding part of being on It Ends With Us? And it's a bit of a long answer, but she says, at least for me, this was one of my very first projects. So I think working with professionals that have been doing that have been doing what they've been doing for a really long time, but also who are so open, the crew and Justin and all the actors that I've worked with have been just open and so welcoming. I've never felt belittled in any sort of way. I think just being able to come into set, feeling seen and heard and feeling immediately comfortable and being able to just go in and do what I do and not having any anxieties or worries and how I might be. Yeah, I just feel very accepted, I think. So when she said this to the interviewer who was coercing her, the interviewer, if you have a minute, Billy, the interviewer specifically asked, I'm going to ask you one last question. And to me, this is so serendipitous. It's almost as if the interviewer was asking her deposition questions before we knew we would go into litigation. The interviewer specifically asked her, I'm going to ask you one last question, which is, how has it been working with Justin? And just sit back, relax, and enjoy, Billy. I'm taking over your show. Give me a minute. Audience, just listen. Allow yourself to be taken over by Isabella Ferrer's amazing description of how it's been working with Justin. Unprovoked. Oh my God. And please understand, I'm not embellishing. I'm not saying anything I'm not reading. This is Isabella Ferrer's words.
Okay.
Oh my God. So good. So good. 4 times. He's been so generous with advice and just overall in the entire process of letting me observe and really taking everything. He's really taking good care of. I mean, everybody. It seems, and I think there's a lot that's always is going on in productions. And I think he has a really great method of just being able to keep things positive and find ways of uplifting and then going. And then also this look at that. And I feel like that's as an actor who's always first starting, when you're trying to get used to everything, it's really important to have someone go that's really good. Okay, now let's look at this. And there's no patronizing. Isabella Ferrer said this. There is no patronizing. There is no, I don't feel not heard. I always feel like I can go up to him and ask for anything. I mean, our first phone call after I got this job, it was a FaceTime. And the first thing he said to me was like, whatever you need, whenever, call me. I immediately had his number. There was an immediate understanding that literally whatever, if I needed anything, I knew that I could reach out to him. That was an immediately such a comforting feeling that I wasn't just diving into something and not knowing what was going to happen. Yeah. I didn't make that up, y'all. And I know that was a lot, but that was Isabella Ferrer when asked. And I wish this was on video so you could see her face.
Her new name is Isabel Farad.
It's ridiculous.
Farad. What a fraud. And again, look, she's a young woman and you make mistakes. She's only 24 or something like that. So I want her to be forgiven after she does the right thing. And that is come forward and apologize. But what you gotta be kidding me. How dare you go and fuck this guy over? Pardon my language. But this guy is, Baldoni, it's amazing he hasn't had a complete anxiety breakdown watching all these terrible little people around him try and tear his life apart.
And
terrible.
It's amazing that he's still now offering her a way out. I don't know if you saw the response from the Wayfair parties, but pretty much Justin and his team are like, you know what? And Billy, I love you, but if one more person calls that girl young and naive and she needs to be forgiven, I'm going to crash out. That's a grown woman. She could vote. She could go to war. She could get a rental car. She could rent her own place. If she can't apologize, if she can't step up, she's not a young woman. She knows what she's doing.
She can come clean.
And so right now, Justin is giving her a way out, which is more than I would offer her. He's saying, you know what, if you don't want to be in this mess as much as you say you don't want to, if Blake agrees to leave you out, I won't touch you. I won't use your messages. I won't use your communication. I won't use anything. I can wash your hands off of this and you can go away. And I wouldn't have offered her that. And he's still being kind. I would drag her through the mud. Come on, let's go. I would use every word against her.
Whew.
To me, like, it's just her lawyer's doing a hack job. And I love the fact that the Wayfair parties reminded her lawyer, remember who's paying your bill, which is us. And you're clearly finding ways to make more money from us by filing these ridiculous things because Isabella has to be indemnified from the Wayfair party. So they are paying her attorney fees. But I find it hilarious that like people are saying, she doesn't know what's going on. Yes, she does. Even if your lawyer is writing these things, you know what your lawyer is saying. You could have told your lawyer, don't use the word this is too hard for me.
I mean, just look.
No, and a lot of people didn't know she said that. People know about the text message she sent Justin, but a lot of people don't know she told that to an interviewer. And I'm like, you can have your lawyer defend you to his best of ability, but your lawyer using the word harass 12 times in that document, 12 times, over a dozen times. Your lawyer using the word bullying. You know exactly the climate we're in with this case. You knew the word harass would not work out. You knew the word bullying would not look good, and you still shut it up and allowed your lawyer to say that. I have no sympathy for Isabel. She's not young. She's not a child. Maybe back in filming, you could say she's new, but like you are having sleepovers.
No,
with
it's
this
too
grown
diabolical.
woman.
It's too diabolical. Look, I would forgive her if she apologized and fell on the sword, and no one will do that because they're past the point of no return. But if she did, I'd say, okay, I don't care. People are wired for intense evil. They really are. All human beings are, and she gave into it. If she can reverse it with some type of character, I'm okay with it. And I say, whatever, like, go on with your life. But she won't, and therefore it's terrible. It's despicable.
Exactly. And you know what? In the beginning, when she deleted her pictures, which I broke that story because I was really monitoring her Instagram, and I noticed back in March she had deleted her and Blake Lively's pictures. So I did a story about how she's deleted her pictures. And now I'm wondering if that's evidence spoilation. Like, were you trying to make us forget you were with her? Because you had sleepovers with a woman. You were wearing her clothes. You were wearing her shoes. I don't know. I have one child, and I'm not having sleepovers with my young friends. I don't know what 30-something-year-old woman with 4 children and a husband is inviting a 20-something-year-old to their house to sleep over. Where do you have the time to hang out with, but you claim you have no nannies? Who is taking care of the 4 children while you and Isabella are in the bed swapping stories from being on set, which you never worked together, mind you?
Someone posted up. It was in the chat a second ago, and it was, Blake knows what she's doing. Isabel Ferrer is the key to her. You take away Isabel Ferrer, and you've got nothing. So she knew that probably from the beginning. I will say Blake is diabolical. I mean, she's got this woman wrapped around her finger, it seems. But if she loses Isabella and she abandons ship, she's in trouble. Because,
for sure. And I think that's why the Wayfair parties gave her that option to get out.
Isabella is a dumb person, because all this documentation of what she has said to that interviewer and to Justin directly about how wonderful, she's either the biggest phony in the entire world or a stone cold diabolical liar. If there was a Brady list for celebrities, she'd have to go on it.
Ridiculous. And that's why I feel nothing for her. I feel absolutely nothing for her. And people are asking, she has no projects coming up. Blake probably promised her the world and told her she would be the next Lady Pool when she retires.
Uh-oh, look down below.
So, are you sure Elsie's married? She's bewitched. Let me find out if my husband is watching this right now.
It's time you meet Mildred.
Billy, me and you will run away together. As soon as my son grows old, we'll run away together.
I don't like the chemistry between Zaddy and Elsie at all. I will be watching like a hawk.
We'll be like Olivia Pope and President Fitzgerald. We'll run away together.
Oh,
don't worry. As soon as my son is old enough.
Oh my God! Into the chat with Copper Celtier says, yes, Isabella Farad. She's not a child. She's an adult. She can get a license to drive a car, buy a drink, and booze. Join the military. Vote. I'm with Elsie. She's a dang adult coming in from Canada right there today.
Yeah.
Oh, Elsie, look what you've done to everybody. Kristen, she's going nuts. DePietro over here. Love the name DePietro. It's very Italian. Best show today. Here we go. Kitty Cat is in there. Oh, Mildred is rocking. Mildred rocks the house every morning, else. She comes in and she loves her Zaddy. And I had to look up what Zaddy means.
You did not know what Zaddy means, Billy?
What is a Zaddy? I don't.
Billy, please stop.
ChatGPT is telling me it's a modern slang term used to describe an attractive man who exudes confidence, charisma, style, and often sex appeal. The word started trending in the mid 2010s, gaining traction through Black Twitter and pop culture. It's often considered an evolution of daddy, which can also be slang. We know it, Big Daddy. Okay,
Yeah.
Zaddy isn't just physically attractive. He's well-dressed, stylish, confident in demeanor, charismatic and charming, often older or more mature. Okay.
Wait, Billy reading definition of zaddy has to be a segment. Can we have that segment on its own? This has to be its own clip. I can't. I'm actually crying.
I'm not the only one. June here says I just learned the term. Never heard it before. We're rocking
Really?
that. Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
There's Mildred.
Mildred, please.
Dude, Mildred brings the heat every single morning. I'm telling you, she's unbelievable.
Wait, Billy, do you know what Hoochie Daddy shorts are?
What?
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Hoochie Daddy? I don't know if I'm ready for this.
You have to look up Hoochie Daddy shorts and then match it with Daddy.
What are Hoochie Daddy shorts? Hoochie Daddy shorts is a slang term that blew up online, especially on TikTok and Twitter around summer 2022 to describe a specific men's fashion trend. Short shorts for men. Whoa. Typically above mid-thigh. Wow. Often 5-inch inseam. Holy shit. And I've maxed out at 9 inches. Now we're going to 5. They show off the legs, especially the thighs. Summertime vibe. Often worn casually. Something. All right. I'll tell you what. If we get to 5,000 people in the live chat, I will buy a set of Hot Mike's Hoochie Daddy shorts, and I will wear them live.
Billy, please.
I got to do it. You know what? I might start sending them out. We're going to start branding some clothing and some merchandise. I think we have to make Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Do you see my eyes?
Oh, shit.
Oh my God, Mildred, I blame you for this. How did I
Mildred
get
did
to
all
Hoochie
of this.
Daddy
Believe me,
shorts?
she's such a shit stir, but really the best.
No, but seriously, as Daddy in Hoochie Daddy shorts, it's like a ticket maker.
Do we call them Hoochie Zaddy shorts?
Yeah. Oh, see, Billy, you catch on quick.
I think we got to. I mean, that makes it our own thing, right?
Exactly. Hoochie Zaddy shorts.
Hoochie Zaddy shorts, and we're gonna put a Hot Mike's, just flames from the Hot Mike's.
Exactly.
Flame.
It's gonna be branded and will sell like hotcakes.
Do you put
like,
the mic in the
hotcakes.
front? If you know what I'm saying, I don't think so.
Let's get an intimacy coordinator in here. Stat. It is getting wild. We need an
Christina
intimacy
Rasmussen,
coordinator.
right here. We love Christina. She's gonna buy a set of Hoochie Zaddy shorts for her husband or boyfriend or whatever. Every woman in here better buy him. That man, when he's looking in his stocking on Christmas, and he reaches in there, I want him to under. What the hell are these?
Hot Mike's Hoochie Zaddy shorts. You know who would wear the heck out of them is Zach Peter.
Oh yeah, no, Zach he'll cross promote.
Zach would go crazy with some
Mike in
Hoochie
the
Zaddy
front.
shorts.
I know, like the Hot Mike logo with the front. I don't know if you put the mic in the front. I don't
Somebody
know.
says put the mic in the front would get us in trouble. We would need an intimacy coordinator for that.
I think you got to bring your own mic to the party.
Oh my God. How, Billy? It's the morning time. How did we get here? Who do I sue for this? Who do I sue?
Mildred. You sue Mildred for the love of God.
Mildred, get your lawyer on the phone. This is ridiculous. Oh, bring your own mic. What is it? How did this turn?
BYOM.
Steve, get a handle of your show.
Rasmussen on fire today.
Oh my God. Somebody said, how did I land here?
I guess
Big mics only. Oh my God!
It's not the size of the mic. It's who says everybody who.
Wait,
anyway.
I'm not to be blamed for this, by the way. If you're tuning in on this show later,
Call
I'm not to be blamed.
Call the intimacy coordinator.
Exactly. I came in here very professional. It turned on its head. Billy did this all by himself. I just assisted, as I do, you know.
Mildred, you are absolutely terrible. You got this whole thing going, and you know what? We have to discipline Mildred every once in a while.
I actually cried tears from you reading definition of Zaddy and Hoochie Zaddy shorts. I actually cried tears. My eyes are watery.
I think you know what we're gonna do. Listen. We're getting we're doing a hot mics cruise. We're gonna do a cruise, and on the cruise, we're gonna do a cruise, and on the cruise, we are gonna bring some male celebrity friends, guests. No one's gonna know who they are, and we are gonna have a Hoochie Zaddy Shorts fashion show. Okay,
I love it.
And we're gonna have cocktails on the Lido deck. We're gonna set up the stage, and then, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage and.
I love
Scott Wolf from Party of Five. Out he comes. Will Arnett. And out he comes. All the guys. I got to beg these guys to come, but boy, is it going to be fun.
I'm going to judge. Can I be the judge? We can have a panel.
Elsie, you're on.
Panel, but yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be sitting there. Then.
Oh, wait. Do we auction them off for charity?
Oh, yeah. We'll do something good for people.
For sure.
Right?
Somebody said, take my money.
The Lido deck. Up to the promenade, up to the Lido. I mean, it's amazing you get on these ships.
Are you going to be offering Brazilian wax on the cruise?
Oh, the Brazilian will be a wonderful thing. To all the models before the performance. Nobody want to come out with a bunch of fur coming out the sides.
Does Steve know this show has gone awry? Is Steve not aware how this show has turned on its head?
Steve
left. Oh, no. I'm entertained is all I have. I'm just completely entertained.
Next time you decide to bring me on here, Steve, give me parameters because I don't know my limit.
Hey, I texted yesterday and you said, I want to get on with Billy. You said it. I got to get on with Billy.
I regret every decision I've made since then.
Elsie, every time you come in, good things happen.
I love it. I love being here so much. It's fun. It's so easy. Like, I feel we don't need to prepare anything. I could just show up here and we could have a show together.
And you know what? The more the better. The more
Stick with
the
me,
better.
Billy. I'll take you places.
Well, you've already taken me places I had no idea we were going this morning. And there they are. There they are. Cheap hotel, no ballroom inside.
Wait, we need to have like a best guest award at the end of the year. And if I don't win, I'm suing every guest, every viewer in here. If I don't win, best guest award on the Hot Mic show at the end of the season, I'm pissed off.
Oh, honey, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what has happened here.
Shout out to Turtleboy, because Kelly Dever I called Kelly Dever being fired or resigning way back when. So I saw that and I love that for Kelly Dever. I love that stress for her.
Yeah, she's got to go.
As soon as she said she didn't know the definition of sequester, and I'm like, you're an officer? Where did you take your test? How do you know
false memory. I'm sorry. Just such disdain for the legal counsel in front of her. It's
horrible.
It's so rude from such a young person too. Kind of bums me out.
Horrible. Her attitude was disgusting. No, but I love that I can come in here and we can have a hoot. No preparation. Guys, this was legitimately not planned. Everything happened as you saw it in real time. I don't know.
When Elsie pops up, good things happen.
It's a mess.
Big day today on Hot Mics. I just want to let you. I've got Jillian Michaels joining me at the top, and then we're gonna talk about this. She's considering a lawsuit against Netflix and the producers of The Biggest Loser for this 3-part docuseries that's out right now on Netflix. And I texted with Jillian yesterday. She's super pissed off. She feels like they're dragging her through the mud.
I saw she's trying to hire Brian Freeman or hire Brian Freeman.
Yeah, she talked to him yesterday, allegedly. So she's on Hot Mics today at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. That's the top. And then we're going to go right into my good friend Rachel Lindsay, who's going to come in.
I heard you say that she was going to come in,
Yeah, Rachel and I go back. We're going to have some fun. Else, I love you, baby.
Thanks, Billy. I'll be back. And tell your people to have decorum next time, please.
Oh my God!
I'm a married woman. I'm a lady. Let's have decorum next time.
Nobody's safe when Mildred's in the chat. Believe me.
Bye, guys. I appreciate you for being here. See you next time.
Bye, Else. Oh my God. Oh well. I just don't think you can go anywhere from what just happened. I think there's an old saying in showbiz, right? You hit the high note. What do? You leave it there, right? So we all look forward to coming back. I love Elsie. Boy, yeah, look, we'll end with there. We'll end some. Elsie's a lady. She is. Hello, lady. I love when she says that lady. We love Elsie. Yes, we do. Love you too. So, all right, Steve, we got a busy day today. Take us out.